Fan favorite Baby Audio just dropped a bomb of a plugin and it's called Taip. Well, at least I hope that's how it's pronounced. Makers of some of my favorite effects like Spaced Out and Comeback Kid, this is their new Taip emulator and it's a big contender for the top spot. Let's take a listen to it. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixBus TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy, free plugin special offers and discounts, and of course, link to the new Baby Audio Taip. And if you want to support the channel, but most important, if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixBus TV member, and access to the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses on many different genres, start to finish. Mastering courses, special videos. You also get mix consultations with me via Skype or email, soon exclusive giveaways, headphones, plugins, and a lot more. Many new courses are about to get added, and I never say this, but you can always grab some merch down here. We have t-shirts, hoodie, mugs, pillows, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the video. All right, Baby Audio Taip. First, there's a reason because it's spelled this way, T-A-I-P, because they put an AI into this Taip emulator, which first of all has one of the coolest GUI I've ever seen, and it also has 3 colors available: white, gray, and black, and it's also resizable. Like other plugins from Baby Audio like Parallel Aggressor, the GUI is simple, slick, functional, and the plugin itself has few controls that give us enough tweakability and different sounds, but not too many controls to be confusing. In short, you don't have to be an actual tape machine tech to be able to use this plugin. The 2 big futuristic reels are the drive input and the output to compensate. With the drive, we push the signal into the tape to get more distortion, more saturation. With the output, we compensate for the level increase. There is also a drive auto gain on and off, which is very useful, of course. A mix slider, which is very interesting not only to blend a distorted, saturated signal with a dry, but also for flanging effects when we use this control, which is the wear slider, which is a combination of tape non-linearity and wow and flutter and other asperities that the tape has. We have a noise slider here, self-explanatory, and then the glue. This is one of my favorite controls on this plugin because we know that tape introduces some very natural sounding compression effect, okay, due to the nature of the tape itself. The glue slider allows you to introduce this compression effect independently from the drive and from the saturation. We have 2 input modes, normal and hot. This is self-explanatory. It will drive the input signal harder into the tape without increasing the level. Single emulates 1 tape machine, and dual is a new approach that Baby Audio took on this, emulating 2 tape machines in cascade, applying half of the gain to each. Then we have the presence, which allows you to boost the high frequency range, which sometimes gets smoothed out with tape. And then the 2 most important sliders for me on this plugin, the high shape and the low shape. With these 2 sliders, you control the amount of saturation, more or less, independently for the high range and the low range. This, you will hear, is crucial to get the sound that you want, because for example, on a full drum or an 808 on a bass line, you can ease the amount of saturation on the low end, keeping that clean, but still getting the tape sound on everything else. You will hear these 2 controls are key, but without further ado, let's hear how it sounds. Drums. Right out of the bat, you can hear how, first of all, smooth sounding this emulation is, and how it brings up all the ambient in a very natural way. You can use it as a subtle saturation like I'm doing right now, even though I'm pushing it quite hard, or in hot input mode for obvious distortion, maybe to mix with the dry signal. Pay attention to the glue slider and hear how efficient that is to bring up the snap in this case and to add that compression effect. We can exaggerate. Really cool sound. You heard when I exaggerate the drive, you can clearly hear the difference between single and dual mode. So at the beginning, when you start learning the plugin, you can use extreme settings to understand how the two models work, because they are very different. You heard also the tonal shaping possibilities, just moving the high shape. I didn't move the low shape. We are gonna do it now with some bass heavy material. Pay attention to the lower notes. I wanted to be precise on this one so you could hear the action of the low shape and how as soon as we move it to the left, it starts saturating the low end more. And it's very, very dynamic. You heard it. And if we move the slider on the opposite side, we ease the saturation of the low end. Let's try that. I mentioned the wear earlier. This can be used in full mix mode like I am right now, or be used for flanging effects when we use the mix knob. Listen to this. Which I think is really cool. Let's try it on some other material. Alright, so you can use it to add higher harmonics and higher harmonic content to an 808 that is a little bit deaf or too low that wouldn't cut through the mix, or just to warm things up. I'm gonna back off the drive. Listen to how the glue, the compressor, in this case, brings up the attack of the 808, with and without. And of course, you can use it for full-blown distortion effects. a drum loop. Let's try to like lo-fi it and give it more character. You hear the action on the high end, how it smoothed that out, but if it's too much, you have the presence control and you can bring it back. They also have a lot of really cool presets. I'm gonna scroll through some of them right now. Very cool sounds. I like the simplicity of this. It's different from many other tape emulators which have the actual physical controls of the machine, so you kind of have to be almost a tape machine tech to understand what they do. I mean, you learn by ear, but I just like the simplicity of this, few controls, and it sounds great. Let's try it on a couple more things. Acoustic guitars and then vocals. Really cool vocals.
Cause it's a lie when I'm in your arms. I'll meet you in the dark.
You hear how dynamic it is, the way it reacts to the material, to the louder parts. It's really cool.
Stand in love blind. I'm reeling in the hardest hard times. We could go back to the start, but you leave me at the sidelines. Have me if you want to. Pure intoxication. But when I am around you, I feel that isolation. I try to shine, 'cause you say you need a star, but you keep snuffing out the light of my spark. Won't you put me in your heart? We hide what we truly are. I'll meet you in the dark.
Cool effects. I think Baby Audio did a good job with this one. Taip, AI type emulator. Regardless what's the science behind it, I think it sounds pretty smooth. It's simple, efficient, it reacts very dynamically to the sound. Probably it's something you want to have in your arsenal. And this is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like. If you want to get Baby Audio Taip, the link is going to be in the info box down below. If the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, grab some swag down here. There's t-shirt, hoodies, mugs, pillows, and what else. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.
Hands on my